Hello everyone, my name is Josh. I'm the owner of this 1988 BMW e28. This is a 535 IS. I'd just like to give you a tour around it, show you a little bit about it. It's a good running car. I've done a lot of work on the engine especially, a lot of new parts. First of all, I'd like to show you the paint is in good shape, except for the roof here and the trunk lid, which are faded. It could probably be buffed out. It's just a little bit faded, and right here we see a little bit of chipping in the clear coat also. Antenna is missing. We have a couple of rust spots. The worst of it is right down here below the bumper. You see that there's a hole there in the lower valance. It's been treated so it's not moving any farther, but there is a hole. There's no rust on this side of the car. There was a Carfax report that it had an accident where it hit a guardrail, and that was very minor. It was a scratch along this side of the doors, both of the doors. The previous owner had buffed it out, so you don't see the scratches anymore from the guardrail, I guess, but they forgot to polish it, or they didn't do that, so it's a little bit dull also. If you look down below the rub strip, it's glossy down here, so they didn't touch this part of it. Move along to the front, along the lower edge of the windshield, there's some rust here. It's also been treated, so it's not getting any worse, but rust again. Hood is glossy. The only problem we have here is a dent in the front here and the surface rust where the paint's cracked. It's solid, but the surface rust there. Headlights are clear, nothing wrong there. No damage up front. The front valance is not on the car right now. That had some damage to it, and I removed it. I prefer the way it looks this way anyhow. There's some new Sport Edition wheels, and there's also new pads and rotors on every corner. It also has stainless steel braided brake lines on it. As we move over here, you see that there is a little bit of rust down here, little hole there. You can see in there the PowerFlex bushings for the sub mount, or the subframe rather, and then the dog bones have been replaced also. There's a new exhaust on it as well, and in the trunk we have the Bentley service manual that comes with it. Everything's okay in here, except right around the backup or the license plate lights, there's rust around them as well. Again, they've been treated as well, but there is rust there. Has the original toolkit. Most of it is here. Is missing the pliers. I'll show you the inside. Back seat first. Back seat is in good shape. Nothing wrong with that. The headliner is also tight. The only problem with the carpet is they cut it because they put a stereo in, and I don't know why they did that. There's a cut in the carpet there. Up to the front. The cut does run along the front, but you don't really notice it except for where the gas pedal is. Now the seats are in good shape. The driver's seat has a little bit of sagging in the bolster here. It's still comfortable. You notice the piping is exposed here, but there are no holes, there are no deep cracks or anything like that. It's still a comfortable seat. Everything works about them except for the headrest. You hear the motor, but they don't move up and down. But otherwise, everything works in here except for the air conditioning. Now, as far as the instruments go, everything works here except for the tachometer. The engine is cold right now, so start it up. check control here. Everything works there. Computer works. It has the original owner's manual. And the car does run very well and drives very well also. Show you the engine. A lot of new parts under here. We'll start with the airflow meter, the idle air control valve, with a new throttle position sensor on it, fuel pressure regulator, coolant temperature sensor, and then the tune-up, you know, plugs and wires, your distributor cap and rotor, and new ignition coil as well. Put new belts on it, new valve cover gasket, and new intake manifold gaskets as well. I've also done new vacuum lines. There are no vacuum leaks on this engine at all. It's been smoke tested. The only thing we have is the brake booster has a very slow leak, very slow. Like over a year's time you'll add a couple ounces.